Pokemon as a brand is going to have its best year ever in 2026. What is going on, everybody? Sebastian here, and you are watching Krabby's Cards, where we talk about everything Pokemon. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode. We got a good one. We got a jam-packed episode. Going to start off with Krabby's Collectible Corner. Then we're going to move on to Professor Elms' Investing Play of the Day. And then we're going to get into the main topic. Is Pokemon going to have its best year ever in 2026? And then we're going to end with our Pokédex entry of the day. So, as always, we're going to start with showing off something from the collection because that's what it's all about. And today, I went to the vault for this one. I went to the safe. Primal Clash booster box. Primal Clash is probably my favorite set from the XY era. I picked this box up, 6 or 7 years ago now. And look at the back. They don't make them like this anymore. I wish they put Pokemon on the box. But look at that Primal Kyogre. I love Groudon and Kyogre. I missed Gen 3 as a kid. I didn't play the games as a kid, but I still have a lot of nostalgia for this era. And XY is just... I wish I had a booster box of every set from X and Y, but I don't. I just have a couple. I do have an Ancient Origins. That is my other favorite set from X and Y. So, the pick of the day for the collection is the Primal Kyogre and Primal Groudon themed Primal Clash booster box. So I haven't gotten this out of the safe in a while. I got this one in a safe in the acrylic. So it's good to get them out. I'm in my basement, if you can't tell, and I need to kind of do some remodeling and get a nice display set up and get a nice background and stuff, but we'll get there. Next, for Professor Elms' Investing Play of the Day. And for this segment, I'm just going to talk about what I'm picking up. And I say investment, I'm a collector, but I also do definitely buy things that I think will appreciate down the road, that I can, trade or sell to get, things that I want for my collection. But I do really like Black Bolt and White Flare. And I picked up some more booster bundles. I think I said in the video yesterday that I did sell a Sun and Moon base set booster box a few weeks ago. And I've kind of been using the funds from that to pick up some bundles. You can get these, if you look around, you can get some deals. And you can get these for under $50 if you look at the right spots. So, be checking out. I don't know if on TCG Player, if they're below, they might be sitting at like 52, 53 on TCG Player. But, keep an eye on like DJ's Poke Center. Shout out DJ. Sometimes different streams and stuff will go a little under market. So make sure you're checking out. I think Black Bolt and White Flare are going to age incredibly well. They have 156 illustration rares and special illustration rares. That's crazy. So I really like them as sets. We'll see what happens. I'm not even a huge fan of the black and white era. I heard the game. I've never played the games. I heard they're incredible, but 156 illustration rares. You can't go wrong with that. So I really like those sets. On to the main topic of the day. Will Pokemon have its best year ever in 2026? Let's go in chronological order. So in a couple weeks, we have Logan Paul's Illustrator Pikachu ending at Golden Auction. Love him or hate him, Logan Paul, and I'm neutral about him. I don't really watch his content. I don't think that he does good things for the hobby and he does bad things for the hobby, but you cannot deny that he's, you know, he's very polarizing, but he brings eyeballs to whatever he does, right? And in 16 days, when that illustrator ends, I mean, it's looking like it could go for upwards of 10 million plus. That, I don't think we can quantify what that's going to do to the already crazy hype. I mean, look at Ascending Heroes already, and the hype behind it, and packs are going to run up to $30 a pack. When that card sells for 8, 9, 10, $12 million, there's going to be a lot of people that have never interacted with Pokemon coming in to the market. And whether or not it's going to be good for the short term of Pokemon, that, you know, that could be argued. But when we're talking about Pokemon as a brand and as an IP, it's a really good thing, right? Like the more eyes that get on their brand, the better for Pokemon as a whole, right? So we have that coming up, and along with that, there is just hundreds of Grail items in that auction, and then also Logan Paul is doing another first edition box break. I think that's a week or two before the 30th anniversary, if I'm not mistaken. But I'm sure, you know, that'll be crazy. They'll pull the Charizard and the Venusaur and the Blastoise, and that'll be, you know, another kind of like in 2021 when he did it all over again. And then a week or two later, we have the actual 30th anniversary of Pokemon, and we will have Pokemon Day. On that day, we will get all kinds of announcements, and you know, I can only assume that there's going to be some huge announcements. I imagine that we're probably going to get an announcement for a new game, which we'll talk about a little later. We're probably going to get some teasers for what the 30th anniversary set is going to be like. They're probably going to announce a new show or a new movie or a new, you know, they always surprise us with something. So we're going to have that occur at the end of February. And then we have, I believe, I'm not sure if it came out yet or not, but Pokemon Champions, I think it did. Pokemon Champions is going to be the game at the World Championships over the summer. I've heard really good things about that game. I don't personally play a whole lot of video games, but I play, I play the main line like Sword and Shield and Scarlet Violet and stuff like that, ZA. But I have not gotten into too much into the other kind of competitive games. But I heard that it is very popular, or the mechanics are very, were wanted for a long time, and that there's a lot of people that are hyped for that on that part of the hobby. So that's great, right? Like a new game is always good. So that's going to happen in the summer. We're going to have some sets coming out. Perfect Order isn't looking like it's going to be the greatest set ever, but hey, it's still going to be a set coming out right after the announcement of a lot of stuff, right? And then we're gonna have the Greninja set, and then I forgot to mention that with the Primal Clash that I wanted to mention. Rumor has it, there's a Reddit thread that they get a lot of stuff right. They say that there is going to be a Gen 3 set coming. We know that there's a trademark for like an Emerald Surge, like a Rayquaza set. And then since Primal Groudon and Primal Kyogre are in Legends ZA, there's rumors of a set coming that would be like a Gen 3 set or just a, mega set, Mega Rayquaza, and then Primal set. So if we get that as like the, fourth or fifth Mega Evolution set, I mean, that would be awesome. I would be really excited for that. So we could have that coming out at some point this year. And then we get into the fall where we're going to have the 30th anniversary set releasing. I mean, I don't know how they could mess this up, really, unless they just reprint a bunch of cards like they did with Celebrations. Like, let's be honest, Celebrations, like, it was fun to open, but after you open, I don't know, 20 packs, you're you're kind of set, right? And I think they're going to do a little better this time. I don't think they're just going to, pick 30 cards to reprint and put a stamp on, right? I'm sure we're going to have the stamp on some cards, or maybe all of them. But I really think that we're going to get some illustration rares. And the reason I think that is because we already know they're coming out with a blister pack. It's a 2 or 3 pack blister, and it's the starter packs, and they're going to have illustration rares of all 27 starters from all 9 generations. My gut feeling is they might be illustration rares of their original cards, kind of like in Celebrations. I think I have some right over there. Actually, yeah, here, let me grab one of these. So we got these first partner packs for the anniversary, and they had the jumbo cards of the starter Pokemon, right? I think that we're going to get the illustration rares of those cards. I think it's going to be in the same setting and the same, like not artwork, but the same, kind of like when they did it with the Pikachu a little bit in Celebrations where they made it like a full art, but I think they're going to change it up a little more than that. And those are going to be awesome. And that makes me think that maybe we'll get some illustration rares of some other iconic cards, like maybe, Lugia, or maybe some Mew, who knows? They have so many that they could go back and give us like alt arts, special illustration rares of. If they do that, when Celebrations came out 5 years ago, we didn't even really have alt arts yet, right? We just had a few sets that had alt arts at that time, right? Because that was after Evolving Skies and Chilling and Battle Styles, right? That was 2021 or 2022, somewhere around there. So those were still kind of a new thing, and obviously they didn't really put alt arts in that set. So if they put a bunch of special illustration rares of popular Pokemon in the 30th anniversary set, it's going to be crazy. And then last but not least, again, this is all speculation and rumors, but a lot of people think that in November or December, there's going to be a new game coming out, that we're going to get Gen 10. Some people say Wind and Wave. Some people say Gale and Surge. Some people are saying Winds and Waves or Wind and Waves. That's not going to be the name. Pokemon has never made it plural, right? It's always singular. It's always, Scarlet, Violet, Black and White, Sword and Shield. It's not like Sword and Shields, right? It's not going to be Wind and Waves. So anyway, it's going to be Wind and Wave or Gale and Surge. I personally really like Wind and Wave. I think that sounds really cool. Gale and Surge, we already have so many, generation names that have S's, right? Sword and Shield. We have Sun and Moon. We have Scarlet, Violet. So I think they need to get away from the S's. So we can see a WW, I think would look cool on the, like in the corner and stuff. I don't know. Not really a huge deal, but anyway, so the rumor is that game is going to be coming out at the end of this year. So all of that is happening in 2026. Like that's a packed year, right? And if that game is, some people are saying they did a whole new engine for the game, and they are doing open world and all this crazy stuff. So, man, if they just hit on a couple of these things, which they're probably going to hit on all of them, honestly. Like I think they're going big. I think they've learned their lessons on what not to do in the past. And it's going to be crazy. And to wrap up, you just look at Pokemon as an IP, and they have the games, the cards, the shows, the movies, the mobile apps, the merchandise, you have all the investors and the speculators and the collectors and the flippers. You have all the social media trends. You have all that stuff. And then they also are one of the only brands in the world that can, you know, kids, teenagers, adults, like they cater to so many people. There's 3 or 4 generations now that love Pokemon and are going to continue to just flock to whatever they do and come in and out. And some people say the average person is only in the hobby for whatever 6 to 12 months. I'm not sure how much I buy that. I came in and out, like I came back in 2012, and I was in and out a little bit, but since 2019, since this guy right here, since Hidden Fates, I've been all in, and I've never gotten out. Uh, yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think that it is going to be the best year in Pokemon's history, and it's going to be a fun ride. And it just, I know that when it comes to the trading cards, it's hard to get some, right, but it'll get better. They're going to print a lot. The new print facility is working towards ramping up, and there's going to be cards for everybody. So I don't think we have to worry as collectors, and even if you're running a business, right, like you want to see more cards, better availability from your distributors and stuff. So, but anyway, to wrap things up, we're gonna do our Pokédex entry number 3. We're on our 3rd video, and so we're going to do Venusaur. Venusaur. I'm working on finding my. I know I have my book from when I was a kid, my Pokédex book. I'm trying to find it, but my basement's a mess. So Venusaur. I'm not gonna lie, Venusaur is not definitely my least favorite of the original starters, and not up there with any of my favorite Pokemon anywhere close. I would give Venusaur like a 5 out of 10. I know it's brutal, but I don't really like the design of Venusaur. I like Bulbasaur and Ivysaur better, and I think he gets weird when he evolves, and the Mega Evolution might be a little better, but yeah. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what you would rate Venusaur in the comments below, and let me know, do you think that 2026 will be Pokemon's best year ever? All right, well, this has been Krabby's Cards, episode 3. My name is Sebastian, and thank you so much for watching.